Yo, what's up everyone? Nikki here at you-know-where, the Canadian National Exhibition, also known as the CNE. And I just got in through different gates. Oh, I recognize this song. That's from the Wiggles. I used to watch that show in 2017. Let's go see. We're not gonna go too close because it's a kids show and there's a lot of there's a lot of kids, and you know how uncomfortable I feel around little children. Oh, I can smell churros. I can smell deliciousness. Yeah, so this year's Kids World stage, and the Wiggles are performing right now. Hey, I know that dog. That's Regs the dog away. You can't see him very well. Like I said, I don't want to get too close. Yes, that's Regs the dog, and there's Dorothy the dinosaur. This is pretty interesting. I think I saw on the website somewhere that the Wiggles would be performing here. Yeah, so right now it's the Wiggles that are performing. This here is basically the kiddie section of the fair. And by the way, this kids stage used to be painted yellow, but it's now turquoise and white, but yeah, but it used to be yellow and white. They replaced the yellow with turquoise.
That's enough sleeping. I think we have to wake our friends up. We still have more dancing to do. I'm gonna need your help.
Yeah, we're not gonna... I'd like to see more of it, but I can't stand here all day. So this section here is mostly for the little kids. Now, it's funny enough because here's how I remember how it was painted yellow. Today's Saturday, August 26th, but the last time August 26th was landed on a Saturday was 2017, and I was here on August 26th, 2017. And when I was here last time August 26th landed on a Saturday, I saw Splash and Boots, and they were performing at the same stage that I just showed you, that the Wiggles are currently performing. Now, I might have been a little bit too old back then, but I used to like kids shows up until 2017. I was a little bit, I kind of liked kids shows for a little bit longer than I'm supposed to. But this is actually why I find 2017 a nostalgic year, because that's when I saw Splash and Boots, and it was great. So what I was doing is I was sitting in like the second row. There was actually children who were sitting at the front close to the stage, but obviously I was too old to sit at the front, so I just sat in one of the benches and in the second row. And yeah, I saw them performing, and oh my gosh, when these couple came out, I was like excited more than ever. Because obviously it's the same people who I see on TV, right? Can you imagine how thrilling it is to see the same people who you see on TV in person? Just like that one time I met up with a couple of YouTubers a few months ago. You guys know who you are, obviously. But it's somebody who I've only seen once in my life in person. So that's how I feel about seeing Splash and Boots at the CNE. And then the week later I went there again, and I wanted to see that show again, but apparently we had to forget it because I was actually with somebody else and they weren't interested in seeing it. So I was a little disappointed, but oh my gosh, that day was so much fun. And the same day, I went on the Blitzer. They used to have a ride here called the Blitzer, but then Crazy Mouse took its place just after the pandemic. But I wanted to sit at the front of the Blitzer, but I had to sit in the back. My dad asked the guy, is there any chance he could sit in the front? Then he said, no, in kind of a rude voice. But I actually did get to sit at the front the week after, not to mention. I used to come here twice a year between 2013 and 2019. Wow, there's no shortage of ice cream stands here. Now, the only thing is though, because I was too thrilled to see these couple exactly 6 years ago today, it was followed by a meet and greet, but I ended up I unintentionally butted in line. And then the week after that, my dad said, I had a bad feeling about last week. You butted in line. My dad didn't confront me about butting in line till a week after, so I'm a little surprised. But then he said, I have a bad feeling that it's going to happen again about you butting in line. Yeah, I was kind of in panic mode back then, but you know, this is what happens when I get overexcited. Sometimes you end up making the wrong choice. I actually tried to say hi to Boots, who was basically involved in the meet and greet, and because you know that show features one couple, right? And then obviously she didn't say hi back, obviously because I had to stand at the back of the line. And there's the need a ride, it's free. So that ride, this train right here, or a bus, kind of takes you all around the X. It takes you to like various sections. So this here is the farm. So anyhow, regarding this place, CNE, Canadian National Exhibition, was founded in 1879. So since 1879, it's been going on every summer. Usually at the end of, it happens at the end of summer. But okay, I've been in this building many times before, but it's not interesting. So I'm not going to go in there. Besides, I'm not going to take my camera into any indoor setting at all in this video. I mean, I will go inside the farm and the food building, but I won't take my camera in there.
When do you want a unicorn hat?
We just don't do enough shows now that I probably got about 3.
Now, 1879 is a long time ago. I don't even think we had electricity back then. Maybe we did. No, I don't think we did. So it's probably not the same now as it was then. But it's also Canada's largest fair. Yep, you heard me. It's the largest fair in the city, and there's BMO Field, also known as Toronto FC. And I think it's the 5th largest fair in North America.
No, I wouldn't say that.
So we are the largest, this is the largest fair in the country, but not in North America. The BMO Field, there's actually been soccer players who played the World Cup qualifying match in March 2022. But it was really cold that day. I mean, obviously, it's going to be cold when you come out, but you basically warm yourself up by running around. I'm not brave enough to do that. As a matter of fact, I don't even play soccer. I find that sport is too dangerous for me. Because the thing is, though, it's very hard to avoid being in the way of the ball. And I remember in middle school, there were incidents where I would get hit in the face with the ball, and it was so hard for me to avoid. And then my gym teacher said, you have to participate. Well, yeah, obviously, but I was too afraid to, all because of the balls. And I would scream every single time a ball came my way. That's the thing about being autistic. You get sensitive to a lot of things. Sometimes you feel like you're afraid of everything. Now this fair is largely a promotion to agriculture and technology. And there's the Ferris wheel there. I did see a Ferris wheel in like the kiddie section of the park where I started the video. At least I think I did. I know they had it every year, but this is the big one. And if you look at that, this looks like an inside cab Ferris wheel. just like the one they have in Miami and Montreal. And at Niagara Falls too. You go inside a cab, but that's something new because it used to be outside. Like the cars used to be, it used to be the outside cars. Now they turned it, now they changed the tradition. Now it's the inside cars.
50-50 raffle tickets, 50-50.
Okay, that song sounds familiar. I think I just heard Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey. I don't find Lana Del Rey very popular, but I know someone who's like a fan of her. That's actually the only song of hers that I know. Whoa, that ride over there looks scary. Whoa, and it turns 360 degrees. It's even scarier than the sledgehammer or cyclone in Canada's Wonderland. So you see, you go inside one of the cabs. That didn't used to be the case. It used to be outside. Or maybe I'm thinking of the Ferris wheel up ahead. No, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of that one though. Because I remember going on a Ferris wheel that's bigger than that. They have a lot of fashions here. A lot of places to get souvenirs. They have like pretty much everything. And if you go into the Enercare Center, that's where they used to have the super dogs. And I've seen the super dogs a few times before, but I was little back then. Wow, that stadium is huge. And the Enercare building is also where they have technology, a showcase of technology. You can see computers and maybe video games. No, I think last year I went in the Enercare building and you could see computers from like different eras. But since they have everything, they didn't get that slogan for nothing. Come and celebrate Toronto and do everything you want to NDX. Okay, it gets kind of loud around here. This is just like Swing of the Century at Wonderland. Okay, that slide is kind of rusted over there. There's Fun House. Yeah, it's mostly for kids. I guess that's what I miss about being a kid. Well, mind you, there are parents of children who take their kids there, but I don't have kids, so I'm just gonna forget it. I'm not even sure whether I want to get some food from the food building or out here. Whoa, that's a oh boy. I was gonna say that's a mega-sized stuffed animal, but I just realized I'm not supposed to record other people without their consent. What do they... Oh my gosh. Do my eyes deceive me? They brought back one of my favorite rides. Well, it used to be the Blitzer, now it's called Outlaw. And it even goes in the other direction. Yeah, there used to be a ride right where I'm pointing to called the Blitzer, and it looks just like that one. Except now it's called Outlaw, and the ride goes in the opposite direction. Because the hill that takes you up used to be on the other side. It's kind of like the Blitzer, but reversed. Wow, there's a long lineup, and it costs 6 tickets. Yeah, unfortunately, unlike rides in Canada's Wonderland, you have to get tickets for every ride. Well, I'll take care of that later. And over there is a Sky Rider, and it takes you from one end of the exhibition to the other. That's just like a ski hill, a ski lift. You'll see those at ski resorts. There's always a, like that's what they call a chairlift, but it takes you from one end to the park to one end of the park to the other. That's actually what they were proposing. They were actually proposing on building something just like that between Vaughan Metropolitan Center and Wonderland. So that way people who go to Wonderland can take the Sky Rider between Wonderland and Vaughan Metropolitan Center Terminal, but it doesn't really make a lot of sense though. I mean, you're obviously entitled to your own opinions, but I still think they should extend Line 1 a couple more stops instead. And one of my favorite rides here is the Crazy Mouse. Now, Crazy Mouse can be a little scary, but I kind of like that ride. Carnival Eats. I think I saw that on the Food Network. Yeah, they have a show on that on the Food Network. Hot ice cream waffle. Well, it looks delicious, but I'm not interested in trying it. Ooh, Mexican style. Not really interested. I do like the smell though. That's what campfire smells like. Wow, they have everything. They have a lot of tasty treats. You get to try all kinds of new things here. Ketchup, ugh! Are you kidding me? Ketchup and mustard ice cream? That's disgusting. My gosh, I don't even like the sound of it. No, I would never try ketchup or mustard ice cream. It's too disgusting. Who would just randomly eat mustard or ketchup as a typical meal? It's kind of like you drinking ketchup or drinking mustard. I find mustard more disgusting than ketchup. I mean, I do take my hamburger with mustard, but mustard can sort of be a little gross as well. So I think that might be the Enercure. Yeah, that's the Enercure Center. I think. Oh, I can see the 511 streetcar from here, or it's the 509. Well, that's obviously the exhibition terminal, also where Exhibition Go Station is, and that's also where you could catch the 509 or the 511 streetcar. Mind you, though, in the mid-2010s, they used to have, well, early to mid-2010s, they used to have 509, 511 streetcars and buses as well. So you can actually have a choice of whether to take the streetcar or the bus. But my dad always preferred to take the streetcar, but I wanted to take the bus because, you know, I like buses more than streetcars. I always did. I sort of remember that one time when I was like, hey, look, there's a bus, it says 511 on it, so it'll take us to Bathurst Station. And then my dad said, I would rather take the streetcar, and I was like, ah, snap. Yeah, when I'm here by myself, I could do whatever I want. I could take the bus if I want to. I mean, that was different, okay? Nowadays, my dad prefers the bus over the streetcars, but I wish his tastes were the same then. Because they had like OG hybrids. Well, they had like OG diesels, then they had NG hybrid buses. And the new livery didn't exist back then. Now, just a little bit east of here is the Ontario Place. I think the water park might have made a comeback. Because I know they were talking about Ontario Place. There used to be a water park there. I went there in the summer of 2011, but now they're making a comeback. Yep, do expect to hear this sound anytime you go to any fair. The sound of the spinning wheel. I do have to point the camera down once in a while because there's a lot of people here. There's Crazy Mouse. Yeah, that's one of my favorite rides here. And the Crazy Mouse is in the same place as it was leading up to the pandemic. The first time I went on the Crazy Mouse was 2016. And anytime I come here, I would basically see the bees at the farm, and then I would go on the blister, but that would be about it. Now I went on this ride that one time. Gosh, I can't even read cursive writing. It says express, but I don't know what that word says. It says ESAB Express. I don't have no clue what it says. I don't think it says Polar. Actually, it does say Polar Express, and it's powered by my favorite radio station. So yeah, this is Polar Express. I actually went on that ride one time in 2018, but it made me a little nauseous afterwards. Whoa, that ride goes really fast. And oh, really? You have to lie on your stomach? This is kind of, okay, it's not as bad as Time Warp at Canada's Wonderland, but I think it's silly having to lie down. This is why anytime I go to Wonderland, I will never ever go on Time Warp, because I can imagine how painful it is going on a roller coaster where you're lying down. Oh boy. I better stay away from here because I do not like the sounds of popping balloons. You know what? I think I'm gonna walk to the other end of the skyline. So that's the building where they have all kinds of shows, plays, and that's. Oh, just heard the sound of popping balloons. But yeah, that's also where they have the super dogs. That's where they have technology. I do have plans to go in there. Now, I was riding the the Exhibition Express bus, and it's a non-stop bus. They have it every year. The bus is just called Exhibition Express, and it only took me 9 minutes to get me down here. So I think the non-stop express bus is great. And there's Go Bus. Oh yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. And they have a double-decker Go Bus right here. I heard that there's a Metrolink stand here, so I might, yeah, if I find a Metrolink stand, I might check it out, just like I did at the Lawrence the St. Lawrence Festival. This one also costs 6 tickets. Wow, everything is expensive. Luckily, you could get tickets right around here. And then, just after the first week of school, they have Taste of the Kingsway, which is on Bloor Street between Royal York and Islington. Well, it's kind of between Prince Edward Drive and Montgomery Road, I think. But they always have it just after the first week of school. Yeah. Now, last year, the only time I filmed a video was when I was checking out the old classic cars. But the reason why I didn't, oh, there's cops coming my way. The only reason why I didn't film why I didn't film a video at the Taste of the Kingsway is because there's people who I know. There's always people who I know who go there. And I can imagine what it's like running into somebody who I know while I'm filming a video, especially if they don't even know I'm a YouTuber. But, yeah, that's why I gotta be cautious anytime I'm doing vlogs. Ooh, that car here looks brand new. That's a nice looking car.
Hey, how's your day? Like, no. That's not good talking.
So now we've got some food trucks, and this is mostly a food area here. And some dessert trucks as well. There's so many things that I'm gonna want to try here. You know how much I love tasty stuff, right? But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to try everything around here. There's too much to do and see. That's the thing that's overwhelming. The more you have, the more bored you're gonna be because there's too much you can't even decide. You have a hard time choosing what you want to do or what you want to try.
That sounds good.
Yeah, maybe I'll get myself food around here. But I kind of want to go to the food building, which is going to be quite a walk from here. Beaver tails. Yeah, I think that's where they have funnel cakes. I hardly ever come to this part of the X. Okay, so I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to. This didn't take too long. It didn't take as long as I thought. What? Cat show? August 26th, 27th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, cool. I love cats. You know what? Maybe I should check this out. And you can hear sirens responding. But that's going to cover it all. So if you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And take care, everyone. Bye-bye.